Live from NBC4, this is the Channel 4 News at 5.
And a hello to you. I have been paroled for the afternoon, and I couldn't be happier. You know, it's the official start of the holiday season here on Channel 4. It's the Salvation Army Kickoff Festival. Here we are at the Farmers Market down here, this iconic place, which all year is celebrating its 75th anniversary. 75 years ago, 18 very small farmers, very small proprietors came down to this area of Los Angeles, paid 50 cents to rent the place for the day, and sold their vegetables from San Fernando Valley, San Gabriel Valley, South Bay, everywhere, and it's grown into this iconic location, and we find ourselves celebrating today. And what we're going to do now is hear the Pasadena Tabernacle Children's Choir sing a couple of songs, and these people have sung with Stevie Wonder, with Quincy Jones. They've recorded with Andrea Bocelli. They've sung at the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion. Let them serenade you as we do our weather today. What we have is a light to moderate Santa Ana wind. It feels lovely, but we cross our fingers that we don't get something in the way of a bad fire situation. These are northeast to southwest winds. And all week, that is at least through Thanksgiving Day, we're going to have this northeast to southwest airflow. And probably there will be wind advisories issued for nighttime periods. We have a wind advisory in effect for the mountains of Los Angeles and Ventura County until noon tomorrow for winds that could gust to 55 miles an hour. Clear and windy at night, sunny and warm days. Warmest day ought to be Wednesday when we're going maybe 90 in the warmer valley spots, but a dramatic cool down Friday. Those areas that are in the 80s and close to 90 on Wednesday may drop down into the 60s Friday as a front passes through and changes everything. In the 50s overnight, we're going mid and upper 70s to maybe 80 degrees in some of the warmer inland spots. You got to admit it's beautiful, but these are very dry, windy days, localized winds in the canyons and passes with the added fire danger. So far, no red flag warnings in effect. That may change as well Tuesday and Wednesday when we get warmer and we get some gustier winds. Again, with this particular type of Santa Ana wind, we tend to get a little gustier at night. So tonight and then tomorrow night we may get gusty again. So look at these temperatures. And then look at the Thursday and Friday change. We get you right up to Thanksgiving Day when it's not out of the question that some of the inland spots will go 90 degrees. Then we drop well down into the 60s and maybe 70s. No rain, but it's going to be warm and dry. So it's the official kickoff. I would recommend to you that you probably are going to notice one of those lovely volunteers that have the kettles that will take any amount of your change. The Salvation Army's functions have never been more in need than they are this year. And it's easy this year as well. You can go to onlineredkettle.com and make a donation right there from your computer. It really has become about 50 to 60% of their average intake every year. There are desperate situations in our local community. All of the nonprofit organizations that feed the homeless and the connected charities are in need this year. I know you can help out. Salvation Army will be here all day. We're going to talk with Rick Dees in a few minutes, and we're going to light the Christmas tree over there at 6 o'clock. Hope you can join us. Colleen, back to you.
Oh, great. We haven't seen our buddy Rick Dees in a while. Hey, Fritz.
Oh, yeah, he's looking forward to talking to you.
Oh, I can't wait. And we've all noticed the kettles. I believe they started either yesterday or today. So they're out all over in force, as you said. Can you pay with a credit card this year? I know you mentioned online, but last year you could actually use a credit card.
You can use a credit card, not in all locations, but in some if they have it there. It is very easy. These are lovely, friendly folks. You can go up to them and you can engage in a friendly conversation. There's no proselytizing.
Yep.
They are just very thankful for whatever you can give. Hope you'll do it.
All right, one more thing before you go. The name of the choir from Pasadena is?
The Pasadena Tabernacle Children's Chorus. They recorded a couple of months ago with Andrea Bocelli. Huge, very talented. And they have a teen group too. They'll be up in a few minutes.
All right, very cool.
See you in a little while.
All right, Mr. Fritz, thank you. We're going to go back live to Fritz Coleman. He is at the Farmers Market with the latest on the Salvation Army's Kettle Kickoff. Fritz.
Yes, ma'am, I'm saving your biggest fan for last. Let's start with the left. We have beauty and talent all compact here. It's the LA Kings Ice Girls here to say hello. The problem is when they're on the ice melts. And here is a lady who works in development at the Salvation Army. She's our celebrity bell ringer, Melody. We appreciate it so much. There's Bailey, LA Kings mascot. Kings having a great year. And here's a guy who's been a friend for a long, long time to you and I, Colleen. He's a voice recognizable in 125 countries, playing to 70 million people every week on Rick Dees' weekly Top 40. Mr. Rick Dees,
thank you so
I'm happy
much,
to see you, buddy.
Thank you.
And the reason why you're here, we're happy to thank you for you and your family have become great angels of the Salvation Army over the last year. And we appreciate it so very much. And you're hosting the event that's live here at the Farmers Market today.
Absolutely. And Pasadena Children's Tabernacle is behind us right now, so they're knocking it out.
They sang with Andrea Bocelli and Quincy Jones and Stevie Wonder. It's awesome.
Now look, and of course Rich Coleman.
Well, Rick, that's the top of the pyramid right there. But Rick, you have done many charitable events throughout the years. What's special about the Salvation Army?
Well, first of all, I don't know if anyone knew this, but 83 cents of every dollar you give to the Salvation Army actually goes to the cause, which is phenomenal.
Very rare in a nonprofit.
Very rare. So every time you go by one of these red kettles this year, you know that 83 cents of what you give goes. Plus, they take now this year MasterCard, Visa, American Express.
And it's never been more important than it is this year. And you can also do it online. You can go to onlineredkettle.com and do it over the air. Melody, ring us out. Happy holidays, everybody. We're happy to be the first to say that to you. Please support the Salvation Army. Back to you, Colleen.
Favorite things, Rick Dees, the LA Kings, and of course, you and the Salvation Army.